to avoid a clutter on your desktop, RB8 uses a concept called tabbed windows. Each time you open a function, they simply become a tab on your screen. For example, I'm going to open Case Manager and see what happens each time I open a function. And then I'll go open a Calendar Manager, Month at a Glance, Assign Resources. Then I can go open Notify Resources. And lastly, I can open Resource Availability, for example. Now, the 6 windows I just opened are the typical windows that I'll recommend for the scheduling department or calendar department to open in the morning as they log in. So instead of constantly opening and closing windows like other programs, RB8 users should open all the windows they normally use throughout the day and simply switch back and forth by clicking its tab. For example, I can click on the Calendar Manager tab to go back there, Month at a Glance, Assign Resources, back to Case Manager and Calendar Manager, and so on and so forth. You can also use a combination of 2 keys, Control, Tab, to cycle through all the open windows quickly. Control, Tab will let me cycle through all the open windows very quickly. To close a window you no longer need, you can either click the X button to the right of it, or better yet, you can simply right click on the tab and it'll have a close function right there. So you can simply right click and close. All windows in RB8 are scalable, which means you can resize it to any size you want. Let's say I go into Contacts and I'm going to pull up one of my clients named Daniel Berg, and I like to see his profiles. So I go View, and now I'm looking at a detailed profile of this attorney named Daniel Berg. Now this screen, if you grab the title bar, you can just move it around, or if you go to any corner, then once the mouse becomes an arrow, I can simply drag it and to resize to any size I want. Okay. So that's the resizable window in RB8. You can also have multiple instances of the same window. For example, I can have Daniel Berg opened up, and I can also go back to the contact window and pull up Mr. Steiner from the same firm, and then I can have 2 windows side by side if I wanted to do a copy and paste information from one, copy it and then paste onto the other window.